Talk about influencers. These are influencers, and they're friends of mine. Jack Posobiec. Where's Jack? Jack, who's done a great job.
All right, Jack Posobiec, we are back. Human Events, Daily, Real America's Voice. You know, folks, I've been telling you for years now, pay attention to what's happening with the dollar, with debt, with central banks, with Bitcoin, because it's all piling up. And when things get rocky, gold has always been the safe haven. But right now, gold isn't just defensive. It is an offensive asset. It's already around 4,000 an ounce, and analysts are forecasting it could go over 5,000. Go look today. Bitcoin way down, gold way up. That's why I've been working with my partners at Allegiant Gold for the past 3 years. They help you protect your savings and retirement with real physical gold and silver, not paper promises. And right now, Allegiant Gold is making it even better. They will donate 1% of qualified investments from my audience to Turning Point USA. And that's just great. I really appreciate that they do that. And if you want, they can do another great America First organization. In addition to the 1%, that's what you already qualify for. So you can protect your wealth and support the movement at the same time. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it right here. Don't overthink it. Don't wait till it's too late. See what's going on with gold today. Call 844-577-7676 or visit protectwithposo.com. That's 844-577-7676 or visit protectwithposo.com. Protect your future and stand with me fighting for America. We're on with independent journalist Nick Sortor. We're talking about the situation in Dearborn, Michigan, and really just these ethnic enclaves, these migrant enclaves that now exist in our country due to our insane policies of allowing the entire world to come in, invade the world, invite the world. We've never had a situation ever in American history, or I don't even know about any history of any empire where, Rome wouldn't go to war with Carthage and then invite the Carthaginians to be living inside Rome. But that's what we did during the global war on terror. And you go back to 9/11, and suddenly, what do you see? A massive influx of the Middle Eastern population in the United States in the aftermath of 9/11, at the same time that the United States is prosecuting a war that is largely predicated on, they didn't like to talk about it this way, but it's just true. It was a war of the Western world versus the Middle East and the Islamic world. And so you had these issues going on. And we're all with Nick Sortor. He was just up in Dearborn, Michigan. We were also talking about Minneapolis. And Nick, by the way, I would throw out there Northern Virginia. I see it every time I go to Northern Virginia, right around our Pentagon, right around our national security centers, our National Counterterrorism Center, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the ODNI, the CIA out in Langley, NGA, all the other, three letters. There's a huge Middle Eastern population in Northern Virginia, and in addition to the federal workers that you have in Northern Virginia, they are swinging the entire state blue. And I totally agree with you. I would love to see more immigration raids in these areas.
Yeah, and I'll probably get banned from Lyft for saying this, but try to get a Lyft or an Uber out here in the D.C. region, especially in Northern Virginia, and find a driver that isn't named Mohammed. I mean, I hate to say it like that. I don't know where they're coming from in this region, but they're also becoming more and more prevalent out here. They don't speak any English. But Joe Biden when he brought a lot of these people in, even though they were illegal, he still issued them Social Security numbers. That's why you see them being able to, Uber will say, oh, no, we don't allow illegals to drive for us because we require Social Security numbers. That's not true. Joe Biden gave tens of millions of people Social Security numbers, millions of which that weren't supposed to even be here in the first place, that illegally hopped the border. So that's where that's coming from. So we are giving them the ability to, drive us around when they can't even read the traffic signs out here in our nation's capital. And not a lot is being done about it yet, unfortunately. We just don't have the manpower, and that's why in the last segment I was calling for the military to do something about it. But I know I'm not the only one saying this. In New York City, try to do the same thing. It's crazy. It's all across the country. It's not concentrated in just one area, and that's the terrifying part. Dude, have you seen the amount of mosques that have been opening in Texas, of all places, over the past year? Yeah. Dozens and dozens of them. Meanwhile, churches are going away.
And what is it? What's the place? Epic City, Texas, right? So
Yeah.
Epic City, Texas, 40 minutes, just 40 minutes from downtown Dallas, there is now going to be a 402-acre Islamic city being built in, they call it the East Plano Islamic Center, Epic City. It was announced in 2024, and you are going to have 1,000 residential units, a mosque, a K-12 faith-based school, community college, commercial shopping facilities, and it will all be done under the auspices of having being a totally planned Islamic community. It was originally 110 acres. It kept going. It went further and further. There are questions about who exactly is funding this thing. There are people saying that it's getting funding from the from the Gulf nations. We know there's a ton of money being sent around. But the question is, I guess, Nick, other countries, serious countries, wouldn't act like this, by the way, would they? Would China act like this if they saw this going on in their backyard, Nick?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's why you're seeing the decline of the United States of America and the rise in China. You cannot, in anywhere in the United States, implement the Sharia law that they want to do with this Epic City. It's the East Plano Islamic Center is what that's called out there, that 400-plus acre town that they want to build. And they want to be able to enforce their own laws other than U.S. laws and not be beholden to the Constitution of the United States. And I know that Governor Abbott just, I believe yesterday, designated both the Muslim Brotherhood and CAIR as terrorist organizations. But what's he going to be able to do with that? Is he going to be able to put a stop to this Epic City? I mean, I know they've been talking in the governor's office and the AG's office out there about hoping to be able to stop the project, but we're not seeing a lot of action on it. And people are kind of getting sick all across the United States on all levels of government, hearing talk, but very little action. And when you have big talk and very little action, all that does is just embolden the people that we're fighting against because they don't expect anything to happen to them. And I would imagine it's the same with a lot of these Islamists. I know it is in Dearborn.
Nick Sortor, investigative journalist. Where can people go to follow you and support your work?
Usually X is the biggest platform, at Nick Sortor. Started a YouTube channel, though. It's at Real Nick Sortor because somebody stole my name, Sortor. Appreciate you, Jack.
All right, well, congrats on that. We'll see if we can get that name back for you. But go give him a follow and follow Nick on his new YouTube channel, at Real Nick Sortor. Right back, Jack Posobiec, Human Events Daily.